That would be me. How do you get friends as someone with no friends? You know the answer to this. You have to put yourself out there. You have to be vulnerable and risk getting hurt. There is no step-by-step process. You have to find out what you want from a friend and be confident. This sounds like dating advice. Be me. In you and I. There's this girl in my sessions twice a week. Whenever I see her my heart skips and I get goosebumps. Brain basically stops working. This has been going on for 1.7 years. She probably doesn't even know I exist. One day during exam God himself gives me a chance. End up sitting right next to her for 2 hours. Still can't say a single word like a complete idiot. Wind blows my question paper under her desk. Instead of asking normally I just stare at her like a moron. She notices and I awkwardly signal with my hands. She picks it up and gives it back. I say thanks. She says welcome. That's the entire interaction. This was March 11, 2025. Months later, August 11, 2025, I try to be brave. Drink a beer for courage. Write a cringe quote on a paper. Your eyes teleport me into a sea of pearls and there you are polishing them with reflection of your face and I a mere pearl wish to be placed in your jewel box. After session I run up, drop the paper in front of her. Immediately run away like an NPC. Didn't even write my name on it. Fast forward to today. Still see her in sessions. Sometimes she looks at me. I immediately look away and pretend nothing happened. Feel like a creep just silently staring. Sessions we share end in 7 months. After that I might never see her again. Anon, what the hell do I do? Be me. In you and I. There's this girl in my sessions twice a week. Whenever I see her my heart skips and I get goosebumps. Brain basically stops working. This has been going on for 1.7 years. She probably doesn't even know I exist. One day during exam God himself gives me a chance. End up sitting right next to her for 2 hours. Still can't say a single word like a complete idiot. Wind blows my question paper under her desk. Instead of asking normally I just stare at her like a moron. She notices and I awkwardly signal with my hands. She picks it up and gives it back. I say thanks. She says welcome. That's the entire interaction. This was March 11, 2025. Months later, August 11, 2025, I try to be brave. Drink a beer for courage. Write a cringe quote on a paper. Your eyes teleport me into a sea of pearls and there you are polishing them with reflection of your face and I a mere pearl wish to be placed in your jewel box. After session I run up, drop the paper in front of her. Immediately run away like an NPC. Didn't even write my name on it. Fast forward to today. Still see her in sessions. Sometimes she looks at me. I immediately look away and pretend nothing happened. Feel like a creep just silently staring. Sessions we share end in 7 months. After that I might never see her again. Anon, what the hell do I do? Be me. Come from a country where you must pay for women on dates. Be sick of it. Move to your cuck country. Literally never pay for someone on a date again. Alcohol is extremely expensive so this great. Joy.jpg. Fast forward to last week. Match with a 9/10 girl who came for study. Leaving in a few months, so we know it's casual. Responds to every message really fast. Fun conversation, instantly agrees to meet. Even suggests we meet the next day but I couldn't make it. Suggests going to a singles event with her friend. Sure, why not? PNG. Meet there. She is even hotter. Talk for a short bit, then they're like okay let's mingle. How did I fuck this up? Avif. Find her a bit later in a group of only women. Start talking again. The group lets us be alone finally. Start talking about dating life as you do. She mentions that she hated it here and only went on one date. What was wrong? Explains extensively how the guy didn't pay for her. WTF.mp4. Tells me that she was disappointed that I didn't buy her a drink. Torn between my principles and her being super hot, I tell her the place has overpriced shitty drinks and I'll buy her one somewhere else. Not my brightest moment. She leaves almost immediately after. GG no re. That's how I blew my chances at fucking a top-tier pussy with no commitments. On the other hand, fuck paying for women. Me. Cross paths with certain girl at work, different department. She recognizes me from elementary school and even remembers my name. Very flattered, and go on with my day. Tell story to coworkers. They all say I should hit it. Eventually go and ask her out to lunch someday. She says sure and gives me her Insta. Send follow request. Go on with day. About a week or two later. Follow request still not accepted. Cross paths again. She pretends not to see me and walks away coldly. This happens 2 more times. Give up. What did I even do wrong here? Me. Have this awful work trip. Trip felt like a living hell and slavery. Get fired from job cause boss disliked my attitude. Finally I get to have some free time and play ball. Sprain an ankle. 2 months and it doesn't get better. Ball was my only way of socializing. No social contact whatsoever anymore. Get this cough. Makes me wake up in the middle of the night without being able to breathe. Month and a half and it hasn't gone away. Can't find a job after 2 months. Realize I wasted all my time at college and are far behind among colleagues. No social skills, no social networking. Probably will never find a job. What are you supposed to do when your life is shit and it's followed with a bad streak of luck like this? I'm legitimately thinking of ending it. My life feels like a Greek tragedy. There's no fucking future and nothing is going my way. I'm working on my weaknesses to find a job but really it feels hopeless. Also I can't even distract myself with the only thing that made social and have fun since this fucking ankle won't get better. How to cope? Me. Like women. Talk to women about mundane trivial things. Get ghosted. Mention something to a woman even vaguely right-wing. Ghosted. Try to talk about shared experiences and emotions. Ghosted. Talk about strengths, goals, and my potential as a provider. Ghosted. Be stoic and just listen to women without interjecting my own experience so much. Ghosted. Try to talk about hobbies or mutual interests. Women don't have hobbies or care about anything. Get ghosted again. It's over guys, we need to revoke the 19th Amendment. Me, 35. Have idolized big-ass muscle men since I was little. Talk and reading flex at the barber shop, rewinding and watching those scenes in Space Jam, you know the ones, over and over, trying to curl those little 6-pound aerobics weights, before I was 6. Gravitate towards being friends with the biggest and tallest guy in class, like it would rub off on me or something. Probably because I was, and continue to be, quite short and small-framed. Over time, became a desire for a big body however I could get it, muscle, fat, height, anything but being small. Long story short, I have never been able to maintain progress. Topped out at 5 feet 8 inches, in a family of literal basketball and lacrosse players. Couldn't make any headway at all with muscle until I was almost 17, when I finally put on 20 pounds to reach 160. 180 the next year. 200 by 20. 215 at 21. That looks like linear progress, but there were a lot of points in between where I was laid up, sick and injured. Back to 180 after graduating. Early 20s, 230, another break, 245, get really sick and back to 190. Me, 25. Extreme anxiety since middle school. Nothing worked for 10 years, even meditation, exercising. No money for therapy and I think it's a scam anyway. Found Xanax, benzos plus kratom. They helped me tremendous with anxiety, general tiredness due to overthinking. 4 years now and nothing has aided me more than benzos and kratom. People all over the world saying it's the worst addiction ever, worse than heroin, etc. Literally lifesaver for me, never had to up the dosage, just makes me feel like a normal human being. Social butterfly on benzos, relaxed on kratom. Am I doing it right by self-medicating? Be me, ugly 19 years / oh girl. Start job at a propane company. Be polite to older co-worker, prob retarded. Bake pound cake and bring in for all my co-workers to try. He says something weird about paying for my cake. Laugh it off. BC I'm not gonna be a bitch to a co-worker. Hold basic conversation with him, be nice, etc. Turn 20. Notice all his weird behavior 100x. Watching me load doors, staring at me when I make coffee, goes into office when he hasn't seen me, waiting in office for me to get back from wherever, waiting for me to check him out on register, purposely waiting behind door or walking in front of me to hold door open, etc. I'd if I should report him to our or if I'm being dramatic. Everyone calls him weirdo _ and brush off his behavior to his weirdness. I'm the only girl who he does this to, like he genuinely DGAF about my other female co-workers. Be me, 18. Work 40 hours a week at a gas station in rural Maine. 42 minutes from home on a rural 2-lane road. Basically no customers, maybe for a day come inside the store. 17.75 an hour, promoted from my previous 15.10 an hour wage. Manager allows me to sit around all day because he knows barely anybody comes inside. Set my gaming laptop on the desk in the office with a blanket plus controller and just play Bydia all day while on the clock. Glance at CCTV every couple minutes to see if anyone's coming inside. Ride my motorcycle 42 minutes to and back through comfy New England wilderness. Make $700 a week playing video games all day. I know it might seem like chump change to some crypto need who makes millions a year. But do I have a nice thing going so far? Be me, 28 meters. Recently led on and heartbroken by the only girl I've ever managed to truly love in my life. A few months later, some girl contacted me online and we hit it off. We talked and spent time together. I'm liking her vibe and would like to know her more. She's been quite distant in the last week or so, however. I voiced her my concern and she said she's just busy and starting from yesterday she was going to be more around in order to spend time together. TFW today she didn't show up, sent her a message and she didn't even acknowledge it. She's always on that do not disturb mode. I'm not saying I'm liking her yet, but I feel a lot of potential. I'd really like to know her more and spend more time together, but I'm not really sure how to convey that in a more decisive manner without sounding too desperate. Last year I've been led on and my trust was betrayed. There's baggage. I'm quite traumatized and it's hard. I've been feeling so dull. I don't want to mess this up honestly. I just want a chance to know her better. It's so rare for me to take a romantic interest, but her vibe, I'm liking it. What to do fellow autistic loners?